So here he is, the undefeated middleweight contender, Paulo Costa. Most would argue this is the scariest power puncher in the 185-pound division at present. And I think for those that would doubt him, he answered a lot of those naysayers in the Yoel Romero fight, outlasting that freak of a man over 15 powerful minutes back in 2019. Paulo Costa appears destined for future greatness. Obviously a big test in front of him here tonight, one he is hoping to pass with flying colors. Well, if you want to tell me that this particular fighter is on the wrong end of the power equation, I'll give you that. But few guys can match his speed and his footwork. Prevailing wisdom is he'll try to fight on the outside tonight, stick and move a little bit. Exceptionally quick on his feet, sets up angles beautifully, manages distance as good as anybody on the roster, knows how to set up his attacks, knows how to stay at his opponent's range. Figures to be a big part of the strategy tonight, given the power that's coming back. Took him just over a year on the UFC roster to realize a piece of this UFC middleweight championship. He is the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, a guy you tried to bring in to emulate John Jones back in the day.
Absolutely. You knew right away when you watch Israel fight that he has an ability to fight so many different ways. If he's coming to play a part, he's going to play that part better than anyone else you can find. Yeah. It's because of the adaptability. It's his ability to change the way he's fighting based on his opponent. In the Derek Brunson fight, he did a lot of digging because he knew Brunson was going to wrestle him. But in the fight against Kelvin Gastelum was a lot of punches and kicks because the wrestling threat was not so great. You gotta have that if you hope to compete and stay atop your division for a long time.
One last style bender, Israel Adesanya, ready to make a statement in front of this capacity crowd here tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Paulo the Eraser Costa. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, second meeting between Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa, and candidly, relative to expectations, I'm not sure that any title fight was more disappointing than what it was expected to be than the first meeting between these two guys in UFC 253.
Yeah, we expected a battle because all we had seen from Paulo Costa was that destroyer. Izzy got him out of there quick. Paulo Costa said, on that night, I will be back. We have finally circled our way back to these two, and I expect a much different fight, a much more competitive fight in the Octagon tonight.
Oh, solid kick right there. Man, not sure if it's button mashing or what, but we got a fight on our hands, folks.
John, it's button mashing. Huh. It is absolutely button mashing because this type of fight happens in the video game.
Frantic pace early on to this one. So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. Oh, another stiff jab here. That's about as good as it gets with that weapon. Just over 3 minutes now to go.
Liver kick.
Oh, beautiful job with the hands there by Israel Adesanya. When you focus too much on the kicks, that's what happens. You get cracked with that Adesanya right hand. Big power shot there.
No defense. These two are going back and forth. You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
All right, late in the round now, it has been all Israel Adesanya. He's landed a lot of power shots, not necessarily forcing the finish, though.
It's the way that he can land wherever he decides he wants to, with his legs, with his hands, with his elbows. It all comes back to the striking of the last stylebender. Tonight, he is putting on a masterful performance. He's got to move his head.
Costa's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has recovered.
His opponent recovered. Now he's got to finish everything that he's going to bring at him. He should have got the fight finished at that time.
Costa gets hit by that leg kick.
My favorite shot in the game, another leg kick.
Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch. Costa's eye appears to be closing up by the second. 10 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, that head kick was nasty. Round two straight ahead. All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his way back to the stool. Cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode. Luckily, he made it to the end of that round.
All right, with that, we now present round two. Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. Well, it looks as though his leg is hurt here. You can even see him limping a little bit. Blocks the shot there, lands that straight counter. And that one certainly found the target.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him. He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. In a big moment in this fight.
Massive left hand.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Big shot lands for both guys.
Oh!
Oh, my goodness.
Still plenty of time to go. Oh. Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, he can get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt, and he's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over by now, but his opponent's still standing, and I think that speaks to the durability of the guy standing in front of him.
Oh, and there he goes working off that jab again. How's your jab, DC?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab, but you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just
thus far tonight.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Costa's blocking well now. You see the fighter raise the guard to protect that obviously damaged nose. And back to his feet. Just out of range with that right see Adesanya work on the feet, it's no wonder he's drawn comparisons to the great Anderson Silva, as he is so fond of saying, I don't throw and hope, I aim and fire. Costa's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now. Oh, he dove with the punch and it lands. Oh, heavy shots raining down. He's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position at the bottom.
All right, round 3 coming up next. All right, so the fighters head back to the stools, and hopefully this fight can continue. That is a severe cut. We'll see if the cut man can do some good work here. All right, that's the end of the round. And Costa's corner is visibly concerned about that nose, and rightfully so. Perhaps it was broken in that last round. Gotta figure it's gonna be hard to breathe the rest of the way. All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
All right, so next round underway here, and you've got to admire the stamina that both of these guys still exuded towards the end of that round. Both men put a particular... And it looks as though he'll let his opponent stand up here. Yes, he will. Nice jab by Costa. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Costa's cut is getting worse here. Man, is that... He's on wobbly legs now.
Goodness, what a fight.
So how about that as he pounds him out for the TKO? Prioritized the finish tonight. Absolutely gets it with style points. A huge, huge result here in this arena tonight.
It's always fun to see an athlete tell you what they're going to do, and then they do it. This guy told us he was going to get a finish, and that's exactly what he did. Him and his team are going to have a fantastic time tonight celebrating. They should all be very proud.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 22 seconds of the 3rd round. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, so Israel Adesanya, your winner by TKO. A lot of people didn't give him a chance to put this dude away. Put him away, all right.
He was confident that he could get the job done.